So today we are going to talk about tea tree essential oil. And the tea tree touch is the product of the month. So if you place a 125 loyalty rewards order by the 15th, then you will receive a tea tree touch roller bottle for free. The information I'm going to give you applies to both the 15 milliliter or the touch. The touch roller is diluted, but it's still just as effective. And some people develop some sensitivity to tea tree. And so the touch is really nice. Plus, I love the touch rollers because they're so convenient and so easy. So we are going to talk about tea tree. So this is what a Melaleuca tree looks like. This, you can tell by the setting, it's not out in the wild, but that's what a tea tree looks like. And the oil is steam distilled from the leaves. And this is a close-up of what the leaves look like so that you can tell. So tea tree, and so if you've bought tea tree recently, then it's going to say tea tree on it. If you've got a bottle that you're still working on, like I do, then it's going to say Melaleuca on it. They're the same thing. Last year, just to save some confusion in different parts of the world, then doTERRA switched. Instead of calling the oil Melaleuca, they're now calling it tea tree. But they're the same thing. You don't have to throw out your bottle of Melaleuca. They're the same thing. You can use them just the same. It's still really marvelous. So tea tree oil possesses over 92 different compounds, and as such possesses almost endless ways it can be used for wellness. Tea tree oil comes from the Melaleuca plant or tree, which hails from Australia, where it was a daily necessity for the ancient peoples there. The Boonjalung Aboriginal people from the coast of New South Wales would often apply leaves directly to the skin for a cooling effect. And they also knew to use it and to crumble them and put them on wounds or something. They've been using them for lots of uses for thousands of years. Over time, the knowledge of Melaleuca's numerous benefits spread worldwide, leading to its popular use today. So Melaleuca has approximately 250 different subspecies in the category of Melaleuca, but it's most typically found in Australia. It is extracted from the leaves of the Melaleuca shrubs or trees, which have a strong aroma when rubbed. Tea tree oil is produced through the process of steam distillation, pulling out the essential oil. So doTERRA sources tea tree from Australia and from Kenya. They found a place in Kenya that is, the growing conditions are almost identical to Australia. And in Kenya, then it's one of the really cool things with the co-impact sourcing. They have blessed so many lives by going in and working with local growers to raise. They planted more Melaleuca trees, and they've built a distillery in Kenya. And so it's just helping so many families that they've gone in and empowered them with. They're sourcing tea tree and one or two others from Kenya now, and I can't remember what the other two are. So if you happen to be Jewish or have Jewish friends, then doTERRA's tea tree is certified kosher. So it is good if you are Jewish and follow the laws of kosher stuff. So a fun fact, in the Bungwalben Creek in Australia, I have no idea if I pronounced that right, is surrounded by Australian tea trees and is held sacred by the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. As the sticky tea tree oil leaves fell into the creek, they created waters that natives still considered magical waters today. So that's just a fun little thing. So tea tree, I might slip and call it Melaleuca, but tea tree / Melaleuca is the oil of energetic boundaries. A cleanser by nature, tea tree clears the negative energetic baggage. It specifically releases codependent and parasitic relationships. These toxic relationships may be with people, microorganisms in the physical body, or spiritual beings. Individuals may feel drained of life force and energy, but you may not be consciously aware of the source of this energy leakage. You may just be aware that you're feeling exhausted and stuff. So it helps break the negative ties in these kind of relationships so that new healthy connections may be formed that honor one's personal space and boundaries. And notice that it said it's not just, this isn't just negative energies from people and toxic relationships with people. It can be toxic relationships with food or substances, or just being in negative situations. I think most of you have felt the difference when you listen to different kinds of music. You can feel the differences in how it makes you feel. Melaleuca can help protect you with that. So tea tree encourages an individual to connect to people and beings in a way that honor and respect others' agencies. Through these empowering processes, tea tree encourages individuals to relinquish all forms of self-betrayal, including allowing others to take advantage of your time, energy, or talents, letting others feed on one's energy, not standing up for yourself, or feeling responsible for the problems of others. I hope there's somebody besides me that fall into several of those categories, but I fall into a lot of those categories. So the negative emotions that tea tree will help combat are parasitic and codependent relationships, poor boundaries, weak-willed, drained, emotional toxicity, and powerless. The positive properties are energetic boundaries, healthy and respectful connections, empowered, resilient, and safe. So it's really a powerful oil. And I have had times where I have used it when I've been around people who are negative, when I've been around some of my children bring a negative, just a negative energy when they're around a lot of times. And I will take the tea tree touch and just put it on my wrists. And also when you get hit by something that it's just all of a sudden, wow, a bunch of negativity hits you, put it on your wrists and it will interrupt those negative feelings. But I have found that if I'll put it on my wrist, sometimes I'll put it, other places on me, then it helps the negativity from getting to me. It hasn't changed how the other person is behaving, but it changes how much I accept or take on to myself. So try it sometime. And sometime if you're just really starting to feel down, then go and grab your tea tree and put some on your wrists and and then notice if, notice, because it will stop it just dead in its tracks. Sometimes I notice it just mildly helping, and sometimes I have noticed it that it has just stopped the negative tendency just immediately. So that is a really good thing to be aware of. So the top properties. Now, if you will look at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've been guessing right. When I've taught people about Melaleuca, I've said it's got about 8 anti-properties, and it's actually got 9. I just counted. If you will look at this list of properties, you will know it's a pretty good list of what it will do for you and the ways it will help you. But it's an antiseptic, antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic, antiviral, analgesic, decongestant, anti-infectious, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, digestive support, expectorant, immune stimulant, insecticidal, neurotonic, and tissue regenerative. So that is a lot of things that it will do. If you get a wound, I think most of you have heard this story, but the first year I went to convention with Gail, we were driving up and I was a real klutz. When I'm not usually a klutz, but when I'm a klutz, and my boys have a saying, go big or go home. Well, I went big. So we had stopped in a really small town in Utah just so we could take a bathroom break. And climbing back up, there were some cement stairs that weren't the same height. And I tripped and I sliced off the bottom of my big toe. And it was a mess. And it hurt so bad. And helichrysum does work to help stop the bleeding. And luckily, Gail and I both had our oils there. But so we got it stopped. I ended up, if any of you have been in Salt Lake and seen the convention center, that's where convention is. So there was a ton of walking. Ended up borrowing a cane from Gail's friend and was walking with a cane, felt like a really old lady that time. But I was putting Melaleuca and frankincense on every morning and every night. And it was a bad enough injury that it took a couple of months for it to heal, but it did not get infected, and I do not have any scar whatsoever. So a testimonial to the power of tea tree. So some of the primary benefits are, let me see. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm going to go back to where you just get me for a minute. So some of the primary benefits are, it is really good first aid for the skin, really helpful with your skin. It's supportive of oral health. It's anti-infectious, it kills germs, and it has lots of purifying qualities. So some of the top uses that it will do is, if you have extreme ear discomfort, then you can apply, in front of your ear and down your neck like this, and then on the mastoid bone in the back of your ear. It can act quite quickly in helping you with your supreme ear discomfort without having to visit a doctor and without having to visit a pharmacy. Another oil that you can use in conjunction with Melaleuca for this or on its own is basil. The two of them together work really good. You can add a couple of drops to your homemade shampoo and hair rinse, and it will minimize dandruff. It doesn't have to be your homemade shampoo. You can add it to any shampoo, and it will help minimize dandruff. It is also very effective against lice. And I have some friends who once a month, they just use a bunch of Melaleuca on their children's heads so that they don't get a lice infestation, and it has worked well. It is strong enough that it will kill germs in your toilet, but it's also very gentle on your skin. It's one of those times where Laura Jacobs says that oils have an intelligence of their own, that they can distinguish the situation of when they need to be really tough and when they can be gentle on our skin. You can apply to toes and feet when they are being very uncomfortable and looking really ugly. It can be very effective. Use daily if you're taking showers or going barefoot in public places, like a gym or a spa or a school. Add to a cleaning spray to help kill the germs. It is really effective with paper cuts. It will help those. You can put a drop or two in water and rinse your mouth with it for sores inside your mouth. Ida puts a drop on her toothbrush and brushes her teeth with it, and she loves it. I am not a fan of the taste of tea tree, but I know a lot of people who don't mind it at all. So you can try it and decide for yourself. It is great. You can put a drop on warts. It will repel insects. It's great for oral health, whether you use it on your toothbrush or put it in a mouthwash. When you have something that your eyes become all gunky, then you can use Melaleuca, and never, ever, ever put it in your eyes, but you can put it just right on this occipital bone around your eye like this, or you can put it on the base of your second and third toes. That's the acupuncture point for your eyes, and it will clean up the gunkiness in your eyes. And again, just remember a lot of the properties will tell you, if you remember that list of properties, it will tell you a lot about what it does. In the email that I send you that has handouts and information, then I'm going to put a link into a podcast that is, the episode is called Promoting Digestive Health and a Special Look at Tea Tree. It talks a lot about Digest Zen, but it also talks a lot about the Peppermint Softgels that we're going to talk about next, and about tea tree. So that's really interesting. And also, if you go to doTERRA.com and you just type in tea tree, or you can type in Melaleuca, and it will bring up a whole bunch of things. And it has at the top, it has a thing that says products, and then blogs, and then other. If you click on the blogs, there are 111 of them that you can sort through, but there are recipes for shampoo. There's a jillion and one recipes, excuse me, on the website that you can do to use your tea tree in. So there is possible skin sensitivity. As always, keep out of the reach of children. If you're pregnant, nursing, or under a doctor's care, consult your physician. Avoid contacts with your eyes, ears, and other sensitive places. So next, all right, there. Okay, next we are going to talk about Peppermint Softgels. Do any of you have them, or have you used them before? I know that Ida uses them all the time. She never goes anywhere without them because they are so wonderful. And the cool thing, so this picture shows you the bottle that they come in, but this is also what the soft gels look like. And then decorative stuff in between. It's a decorative, fun picture. But anyway, so these are enterically coated soft gel, and they target relief in the lower GI tract. And enterically coated just means that they can pass through your stomach without dissolving in your stomach and get to your intestines, so that they can help your digestive discomfort in your intestines. So through this unique delivery system, active ingredients pass through the stomach undisturbed, releasing instead in the small intestines where they are most effective, thereby improving overall digestive health and ultimate whole body wellness. The peppermint plant is a hybrid of watermint and spearmint and has a long history of use in traditional herbal preparations. Peppermint oil is one of the most versatile oils doTERRA offers. And I did a product spotlight on peppermint, I don't know, month, 2 months, sometime. And that one is up on the YouTube channel. So you can go back and watch all the specifics about peppermint in general. So we're not going to cover all those again, but we're going to talk about the soft gels specifically. So the soft gels have a high menthol content that distinguishes the best quality peppermint from other products and is known to provide relief from lower intestinal discomfort. When taken internally, peppermint essential oil has clinically demonstrated its ability to ease and relax the gastrointestinal muscles and calm the stomach and intestinal tract. The soft gels support healthy function of the digestive system and help reduce occasional gas, bloating, and other digestive difficulties. The enteric coating allows the active ingredients to pass through the stomach and reach the small intestines, which I've already told you, I think 3 times. Are you going to get the idea here that it's good? Ida, since she had her gallbladder out, often has some challenges with her digestive system. And that's why she keeps the peppermint soft gels, and she just swears by them, so that because they are so good. And the one thing to know, these gel caps are carrageenan free. So people that are sensitive, the carrageenan, so some of the soft gels doTERRA makes do have carrageenan in them, but it is not the type and the quality of carrageenan that has been shown to cause cancer. But doTERRA is also switching over so that at some point in the, I think, relatively near future, but I'm not sure, all of their soft gels will be carrageenan free, but the peppermint soft gels already are. So the primary benefits are your gastrointestinal comfort, alleviating occasional stomach upset, helping your digestive system function right, and help ease and relax your gastrointestinal muscles so that you're not having lots of cramps and cramping and different things. And there's lots of conditions that will help with that. So peppermint is an antioxidant, and that is really good for our overall health, is if we can limit the oxidation process in our body. So it supports the proper function of several body systems and may even help to reduce appetite when used internally. And that may be why it's in the post-holiday survival protocol, taking one in the morning and in the evening. So it's a good thing to help get our appetites back in check and everything else. So it is great to just have it as a health supporting type of your lifestyle. You can take one every day. You can take them just as needed when you need, and it will help you that way. So doTERRA has the 15 milliliter oil that you can just put the drops under your tongue. They've got the peppermint beadlets that you can put in your mouth and pop. The beadlets have, I can't remember whether it's the equivalent of a quarter of a drop or a half a drop. I think it's a half a drop of oil in each beadlet. But those will help. You can add it to food. You can add it to a glass of water. And any of those methods are going to help your overall health and your digestive system. So the soft gel, is great just because it provides a convenient, evidence-based way to take advantage of the digestive supporting properties of peppermint essential oil. Take up to 2 soft gels before meals to reduce acute digestive discomfort and experience all the other internal benefits of peppermint. On a webinar on Monday, then Laura Jacobs said it's best if you're thinking about it to take them 20 to 30 minutes before your meal, just because then it's not competing with the food in your stomach. It's there and it's all ready to help you when you need it. So there's another video that I'm going to send you in the email to help tell you about that. So